What's up, everybody? Today we're back with our Project Platinum. That's right, we're taking our XLT, we're going to convert it into a similar equipped Platinum Super Duty. Today we have a pretty quick and easy and relatively actually affordable upgrade, and that is we're going to switch out the painted door handles. So this is off a 2011 Lariat truck. I was able to get a set of 4 of these on eBay for like 65, 70 bucks. So I thought that was a really good deal all in all for what it matches the look of what I want to do. Not that it is a crazy change by any means, it's relatively subtle. But these are what are used on all the cheaper models. A lot of people have grown accustomed to these nice paint to match. I think they look really cool. Again, mild upgrade, but I think it just kind of helps set things apart, and I don't believe you can get these on a Platinum. All right, we're gonna start with the rear door. Everything's time-stamped if you just need the front door, but I wanna start with the rear door here. Things you need for the whole job. Trim removal tool or a flathead. I do prefer the trim removal tool. We need that exclusively on the front door. About 5-inch, 4-inch extension here. A 7mm and an 8mm. So we'll need those. Obviously a ratchet. I'm just using 1/4-inch drive for all this. I like a pick. You can use a flat screwdriver, but we need this to disengage one of the things on the door itself to get the handle out. A ratcheting wrench, or at least a wrench in the right size, 11mm. I think 7/16 is the equivalent, which is what this is here. The track for the window gets in the way on the front doors, so this is very helpful, but at least having even a regular wrench to get that off will be helpful. On the back doors, we have 2 right there and 1 down low. Those are our 7mm. Now all we're going to do is just lift and pull out. Sometimes you got to hit the lock down, give you a little extra clearance. There's 1 connector for the window here. This is kind of a tight squeeze for all of this. But anyway, just want to peel this back. You don't need to go the whole way. We just need access to this little bit. That's where I like to pull it to so I can get my hand in here. We also need to take this off. This will let us to our first nut we're taking off in here. Now I like to loosen it and then take it off by hand so it doesn't drop into the door. Our next one is right here. Again, same thing, loosen by hand. Then I use, or with the ratchet, then I go in to pull it out. This other one's a little more annoying to get to, but I really just don't want to drop these. But a lot of times I just come here and start wiggling it around. Now be careful because we have 2 studs, top and bottom. So what I do is I come in this side and I can get in there. All right, so that green clip there is what's holding it in. All right, so this right here is what we're talking about. This metal shaft connects in here. What I did is this green tab is normally closed on it. I think you guys can see that. And I just came in with this tab and popped it out. So you pop it towards the outside of the truck and then it swings open. Then we can push this out and pull it all the way out. And there, that's it. Now, one thing we want is we're gonna need this. So you just kind of got to work it through a little, back and forth, it'll come out. Notice this rubber material all the way around. It has it on my factory ones. You want this on, it helps seal the door off. If it's not there, I would get something, maybe some silicone and let it dry. I'm not sure. This feels rubbery to me. I did have to take one off my old door or door handle and put it on one of the new ones I'm putting in. So that's an option as well. You got to be careful, but it does work. Then you just slide that back in. One thing I noticed with my last So I did the other side first just to make sure I knew how to do this correctly. It's been a while since I've taken door handles off. You want to test all your doors before you put everything back together. The rear door on the other side didn't, even though I had it in, I didn't have this part up high enough. I didn't have this part up high enough to press it in, so it was locked in, but it was locked in down here, and when I would open the door, like when I would try to, it wouldn't engage the mechanism enough. So what I started doing is installing it when it's partway out, kind of more like this, and that lets me get lower on it so it does engage the door correctly when we're doing it. But you want to test this before everything goes back together. How I do that is I set it like this, then I go to the inside to actually put it in. And then once you have it set, you just clip that green piece back together. So then from here, I loosely put the nuts on to hold this in place. Make sure your door is unlocked. There we go. Make sure your door is unlocked, and then open it. I would give it a few test fits just to make sure. I feel confident in that. All right, then we'll go back, tighten these the rest of the way. All right, and again, I'm not cranking down super hard on them. Put our rubber piece back in here. I'm going to just set this in a little bit. Clip your window back in. Sometimes putting the door on, you need to lock to get your panel over the door. Check your sides and bottom, make sure there's no gaps. Give it a good firm press down. Putting the screws back in, I tend to just do it the extension and socket. So again, one down below. All right. Rear panel's all done. Let's move to the front. On my 6-liter, both front doors have locks in them. But on this, only the driver's side does. So when you're looking for these door handle kits, make sure you're taking that into account. Step 1, empty out your disgusting pockets. This is where I like a pry tool for. We can get under here a little bit. And then we can just kind of start pulling this. You can still use it to help, but once we get some out, it's not easy. Just be careful, don't bend this. Will break if you're not careful, but it's easy once you get one clip out. This does go back in a certain way. It will not go like this. It has to be the same way it came off. Now we have 4 screws, 2 here, 2 down below, so we'll get them out. So this one's gonna have more because we have at least 2, if not 3 connectors for our armrest there, and we're gonna have connectors for our power mirrors up there as well. But, all right, now just pull this straight back. That was actually probably the toughest one of those I've ever done. Now we can go ahead and pull this up. I'm just reaching under here, so total of 4 connectors, 1 for up top. And then 3 down here. I will say, man, are those connectors really in there. Like I said, they definitely use a different, what appears to be thicker material up top, up on the front, which is nice. So we have our door unlocked. Again, same thing. We're gonna pull this back. Now it's a little harder. I shouldn't say harder, it's different up here. Because of it doesn't just come off. You could cut this in the back. This gives me enough room. I'm not messing with it more than I need to. Now there is an extra connection on this, I believe. Yes, because this has your lock on it. So I'll show you that when I get the door off. Grab a piece out here. And this is where having that ratchet comes in handy. Okay, so on the front, the connector that was green in the back is now red, but it works exactly the same. It does seem to be a little heftier, but it's still just plastic. Works the exact same way. No worries there. What I'm trying to get you a shot at is right there. I'll put an arrow on screen. That's the door locking mechanism. So we need to unhook that. Again, I'm going to use my pick, or maybe even I'll get a flathead for that part, but we'll get that disconnected. So what I was actually able to do is take out the lock from the door itself. I forgot about this. And don't mess your paint up. And you can actually just do that. So it's on, so I unhooked it from that mechanism, and then I just literally slid it off. Now I'm going to show you how to take this on and off of the actual lock. So here's the locking mechanism, and now it is keyed, meaning there's parts on here that only fits a certain way. And then it just has this clip around it. So once it's in correctly, it's just a clip on each side. Alright, having some audio issues, sorry about that guys, but if you're looking for more Project Platinum videos, go check out the first comment below. I'm going to link the playlist to this series. That is all on how to install your door handles on these vehicles. Double check all of your connections and make sure that this is opening and closing as you need it to. I am going to do another video because one of mine was working and then stopped working, so I had to open it back up, but I couldn't open the door, so I show you how I got into that door to fix that issue. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop those comments down below. We're going to be doing a review of everything on Project Platinum in the very near future, just to keep you guys up to date, along with some new 6-liter content coming very, very soon. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and go hit a comment up in the down below and let us know what you guys think of this build series. I'll see you in the next upload.